Scholars, sitting here with Thomas Chatterton Williams. He's the author of Losing My Cool. Heard him speak at the banquet last night here in New Orleans. Powerful presentation about his life story. He said a couple things that I'm asking him to elaborate on as they relate to you. One of the things I wrote down, Thomas, you had said, protecting myself in the cloak of my own self-ignorance. How does that relate to my college students?
Well, I think it can be painful to come face to face with what you don't know, what you don't have, what you haven't been exposed to. So oftentimes a coping mechanism can be to embrace your own limitations and to celebrate them and to make a positive out of what's lacking. And so oftentimes we stay in the comfort zone and we don't challenge ourselves to get beyond that and to grow and to develop. It can be painful to do that, but that's the most powerful aspect of an education.
Powerful, powerful. And then there was one other thing, if you can add a little bit to. You said education transforms you into yourself. Say a little bit about that, how that relates to that.
What I discovered is that the farther I traveled away from my own backyard, my own comfort zone, both geographically and mentally, was that the further you go, the closer you're taken back to who you are. And what I mean by that is not that you become something you're not. What I mean is that you become your best self. You realize your full potential, and you enable yourself to flourish. So
that flourish is so hard for so many folks when they come in if they doubt themselves.
Yeah.
And they might go back to that cloak that you were talking
exactly.
about.
But the more you become familiar with the similarities you share with others, then it expands your sense of your own humanity. And so that's what I mean by transforming yourself into who you are.
Right. Again, folks, it's Thomas Chatterton Williams, the book, I'm Losing My Cool. I highly recommend it. If you're ever in Paris, which is where Thomas is now living, look him up. Maybe buy a cup of coffee on the boulevard someplace. Thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.